Okay.
Recording?
Yeah, we got it in now.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah. So wait, you're the founder. You're the owner.
I'm the owner.
What's your name?
Joey.
Joe.
So you've been wanting to shake my hand since you've been here, so
Yeah.
you
Hold
keep
on,
sticking your
man.
hand out.
Hold on, man. Hold on, man. Let's see. So how long you been in business for?
34 years.
With you? Yeah. Same
Well,
location and everything?
No,
Oh.
different location.
Mhm.
Over time, I started on the corner of Orange Grove and Gary in
Mhm.
1984.
Yeah.
And then been up and down Gary. I actually moved to a city called Claremont
Okay.
by accident.
uh
I thought it was still part of Pomona.
huh.
And nope, it's across one side of Town Avenue is Pomona, one side is, and I signed a lease for 3 or 4 years. So,
Okay.
but the last 34 years I've been on Gary Avenue.
Why comic books?
We started the business in '84. We started doing, how would you say it, home products. You know, my sisters made dolls and they did woodwork. My wife made dolls also. That's one of the first dolls she made around the corner. And I was into vinyl and comics.
Mhm.
My brothers were into baseball cards. My brother-in-law,
Mhm.
baseball cards. That's how we started. We decided to do something for retirement, but they all thought they were going to make $1 billion, and I'm the only one left. So, and no, I'm not a billionaire. So, comics I've always liked.
Yeah.
You know, it changes.
Yeah.
I couldn't collect baseball cards because there's only one line a year changes on it. You guys collect baseball cards at all?
I haven't.
That's the
I
reason.
haven't bought baseball cards since I was about 7.
I don't think I've seen a baseball card in
Yeah.
so long.
But that's comics. They're interesting,
Mhm.
but that's not the reason why I have the shop. I have the shop so I can meet people,
Mhm.
and it's it's a way of life. You know,
Yeah.
it changes.
Yeah, absolutely. Who would you say is your target, your target market? Like, if you could put like an age range between it or something, or just
It used to be kids, but
fluctuating. Yeah.
nobody under 18 comes
Yeah.
in here.
Yeah.
It's
I feel
all,
it's the same people coming in the whole.
most times
yeah.
same people. There's new people come in. We just
Yeah.
had free comic book day last.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
and we get new customers,
Mhm.
and time goes. You
Mhm.
know, and I'm only open like 8 hours a week.
Yeah.
So, and I've been doing it for this long. There's been, at a time, there was 12 comic shops in this valley,
Mhm.
and now there's 3 mainly.
Wow.
Yeah, so used to be, but
How come you're only open 2 days a week?
I'm lazy.
Gotcha.
No,
Yeah.
I had a real job. I
Mhm.
had I worked in a power plant,
Yeah.
and I was always on call. I worked 12 hours a day.
Mhm.
You know, my engineer license was NIUPA engineer, so I just Friday and Saturdays mainly when
Yeah.
people got paid and
Yeah.
guys come in.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do I get complaints? Yes. Do I get phone calls
Yeah.
threatening my life? Yes.
Whoa.
About not being open?
About not being open. Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Over time. Oh yeah, I
my
got
God.
guys call me and cuss me out and they hang up. You know.
Oh,
Now
you
I
did
have
say the
caller
market's
caller
over 18
ID.
years
Now I
old.
have caller ID.
Yeah,
So
can't answer that. Yeah. So how long you been in this spot again?
it's about 5-6 years.
5-6 years.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
This is the smallest. Somebody mentioned it. This is the smallest I've ever. This is like 250 square feet.
Yeah.
But I've had larger all the way up. You know, so this is the smallest
Mhm.
I've ever had.
Hmm. And it's just like comic books and like action figures or we got
Comics,
books,
action figures, manga,
Oh, okay.
graphic novels,
Mhm.
a few toys.
Yeah.
Stuff
What
like
would you
that.
say people usually come here for? Like
Comics.
specifically, just the comics.
Yeah, mainly comics. You know, and discussions. We argue about everything. So
Really? All right.
I'm always right, but they still.
It's okay for people to be wrong.
Yeah.
That's
Yes,
what I say.
they
Yeah.
can be wrong all they want.
So it's like
Yeah.
a real sense of community.
Yes,
Like,
that's the main thing. People, you know, politics. You know, we argue a lot, but that's part of. We talk comics too.
So it's kind of like I'd put it like a barbershop. You
Yes.
come in, you know.
Yes.
Sometimes you go to the barbershop to get a haircut. Sometimes you just go to see what's up. Like.
No, I always go to get a haircut.
Well, I'm like,
Maybe it's just you.
Well, yeah, like.
I don't have that much time,
Yeah, it was
and
like-
I'm retired.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I got you.
okay.
Yeah. I'll be a Jason. Yeah.
What technology is that like?
Quit saying
Okay.
Okay.
Would you say like technology is any kind of threat to like,
Digital?
what you saw? Yeah, the
Yes,
digital
it's
age.
a large threat, but
Is it?
mainly it's taking over like movies, streaming. Okay, manga books sales have died tremendously because they're expensive. They're like $10 a little book. Okay, and you can stream them for nothing. You know, comics not so much. It's like the newspaper. You know, how many Do any of your parents take the newspaper?
Not these
Not
days.
anymore.
Nothing. Not one. Okay. I still take the newspaper. In my block, which is a pretty long block, 2 people in my block take the newspaper. Actual. The rest is digital.
Mhm.
Okay. Digital is taking over, and it's going to take over. That's the future.
Have you ever tried to make that transition into digital? Like
I
ever seen
can.
anything?
I belong to an organization that we can sell digital, but I don't because I'm still.
You prefer to come in.
I prefer comics, the actual paper.
Right.
You know, books. Everybody's doing streaming on books now. You know,
Mhm.
but it's just part of it.
Same, the same topic of technology. Do you think it could be like an opportunity, like maybe selling on eBay?
Digital?
I
You
mean,
can't sell
like-
digital on eBay.
Like physical, but
Oh,
selling on-
physical? Yes,
Yeah.
you can. You can sell comics, any collectible. eBay is a place to go, you know, or have your own webpage.
Mhm.
But prices, it varies. On eBay, you get an item. The movie Avengers came out.
Mm.
This hammer, which is Stormbringer. Okay, this book is $1 book. The hammer was in the movie. This book's now $18 book because on eBay it went from $1.50 to $10 to $15 to $25.
Mm.
Yes, eBay's a good thing for people that collect. Okay, for young people. You guys are young people, so. Did that answer your question?
It does.
Okay.
It does. So like movies also help bring a popularity of
Not
comics
as much.
sometimes.
Batman movie opened in '89, and sales went up a little bit. Batman comics went up a little bit. Okay, over time, the movies because the movies don't match the comics. Okay, Infinity Wars actually does match the comics, but the Batman movies they were way different.
Spider-Man. That's
Spider-Man
yeah.
way different.
Yeah.
So people would come see the movie, come in here, buy comics, and thinking they were related, and they're not. They're way different times. Some of the movies are from 20 years ago. This comic came out 25 years ago.
Yeah, because I was thinking about that, how the popularity of the Marvel movies lately. I was wondering if that might.
It
boost
does.
up the
It
same.
does pick up a little bit, but people get discouraged when they read. It's not the same.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy is a good example. Okay, nobody knew Guardians of the Galaxy comic until that movie came out, and then the old Guardians of the Galaxy, the ones that came out in the '80s, those characters in the movie are not in those comics. Those characters came out in 2008, and that came out in a limited set, and those didn't even sell. So, go ahead.
It's interesting because whenever I see reviews about the movie, I've seen a lot of people who complain about how much the movies are different from the
Yes.
comics. So I've seen it actually the other way around more often. So I'm surprised to hear you say it's actually more of the people come from the movies to the comics, and not people who come from the comics to the
No,
movies.
you got to
Well, it
remember,
does-
people
it-
that watch
It
comics.
draws a crowd.
Yeah.
Right.
They see something and say, "Oh, I want to go see what the comic, where that came from,"
Yeah.
and there's nothing like it. The only thing that we do get is speculation. You have people that treat these like stocks,
Mm.
They are
investment
stocks.
stock.
Right.
That's a
So
good
what
example.
happens is you'll get.
Yeah.
That's why the price bumps.
I see.
A dollar book can become $18 because now 30 people want it. Like
Mhm.
before, 30 people didn't even know about it.
You have to remember, comic book readers is like 0.001% of
Yeah, it's
people.
actually a very small
movie.
community.
Yeah, people that go to the movies and they'll never come into a comic shop. Okay, and
Or they will, but they'll do it to interview you.
yeah,
Right.
they're not even the ones you want. Go on.
How much was this one before the movie came out?
That would be about a $5 book.
And now it's
Wow.
45.
45, and it's sold. I've sold a few of
Yeah.
them. Okay,
Yeah.
that's the best one. Example was the Guardians of the Galaxy comic book.
Yeah.
Rocket Raccoon is a joke when it came to comics. Okay, it was an Incredible Hulk book that sold for 50 cents. That movie came out. That book was $75. Ask me how many I have left.
How many have you got left?
You're supposed to say how many
Oh,
you
how
got
many
left.
got left?
I just told you. It's gone. Gone.
Yeah.
Johnny.
That's something from the competition side. We kind of answered this, but if like with the digital things, like in terms of competitors, if you had to name any, what would be your competitors?
My competitives?
If any,
What do you mean by competitives?
any competitors?
Competitors.
Like
Competitors?
Any other kind of business
I'm
that
open
might
8
take-
hours a week. Okay, I think I've told you before. I'm open 8 hours a week. I'm not a competitor to anybody really. Over time, a lot of like Frankensons. You guys heard of Frankensons?
No,
No.
I haven't heard
No.
of that.
Okay, there's a place 10 minutes from here where there's like 50 shops in one room. Okay.
It's a warehouse of collectibles.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And it's
All right.
open for Wednesday night and Saturday. Okay. People have come in here and said, "How can you still be open with Frankensons right there?" And I told them because they're not my competition. My competition is myself. I worry about myself. Everything I order, is mine. I cannot return it. Okay. That changed back in '79. So everything I order, I have to keep. That's why I keep an inventory. That's why I watch what I buy. I have to read most of the stuff to see if it's going to sell or not. Competition. The only competition I have is myself. You know, I keep. Again, we get people come in. They want to come in and talk about movies. They want to talk about anything. This is what we do here. You know, selling the comics is as long as this
For sure.
pays for itself.
Right.
I'll always keep it open. It's still fun. For me, it's fun. You know.
So you'd say that's part of the reason why you've actually managed to stay open this long is
Yes.
because you haven't had to worry about keeping up with the competitors.
There is no competitors.
Well,
You're a competitor yourself.
Competitors.
Yeah.
Quotations.
There's no competitors. Okay. It's if you run a business and you're worried about your competitors, you're not going to be in business very long.
Right.
Okay. Because first thing, you're wasting energy, and second thing, you want to be better than your competitors, even though you have the same product. Okay. You got to figure out what sells your product. Okay. Grocery stores. You guys go grocery shopping at all? What brand do you buy?
Like let's say it's laundry detergent or something. It's Tide. I've always had Tide.
Okay, you always
Or-
buy Tide.
yeah.
What laundry detergent do
I
you
also
buy?
buy Tide.
Okay.
Even
guys-
though it's
you
the
guys-
same chemical breakdown as the generic.
The generic.
Or any, yeah. Okay, but you buy
buy,
Tide,
yeah.
you
Simple.
pay more for Tide than you do a generic, which is the same thing almost, you know. Okay. Same thing here.
You wear glasses.
I sell Tide.
Do you
Okay.
buy
I
the
have
name
to
brand?
make more
I just
conversation.
Go to the store and
We
pick
talk
up
about
whatever I
different
see.
things, talk about clothes, but
I
you
get
have to
from
sell
Zebra.com.
your product.
Oh, I've heard about
That's
that.
what
yeah.
we do here.
And so,
Okay.
Super.
Everybody,
$100
comics are
on
everywhere.
3 pairs
Yeah.
Okay. Same thing
Wow.
with
versus going to the store. Getting a thing. It's
when you do
been-
digital.
for one
The
thing.
Probably
digital.
gonna
The
have to start
reason
going
why
into
I don't
that
think digital is
transition.
going to
Like,
make
I've won
it
this, so it's about
as
time
much
for
as
me
it
to
is.
switch anyway.
In
As far as
comics,
comics?
in the comics,
Yeah.
as far as comics,
Mm.
no music. It's already taken over. Movies is taken over. The main reason is people. You buy something from Amazon or one of the companies. You don't. That's it. You bought it. You get it. That's it. Here you come in. We sit and talk about. Somebody will come in and say, Deadpool movie. How's the comic? Comics suck. But that's besides the point. They talk about it. You want to come in and talk about your collectible.
It's the human element.
The human element.
Digital will never be a competition to the collectible though,
Mhm.
because I can't sell you my digital file. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The digital comic, I can't sell you the digital comic of this.
I mean, technically it could, but no one's gonna buy it.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's free
You can
anyway.
just
Yeah.
download it anyway.
Exactly.
Every comic you have up there right now
Like,
has
I
a
can't go and
digital
say,
code.
Hey, you want to
in it.
buy the music off of my phone?
Jason, grab me a
So
comic.
it's no
up
longer
there.
collectible.
Anyone?
At that
Anyone.
point, yeah. Right.
Let's say that X-Men comic. Yeah, go ahead and bring it.
Yeah, I can't deny there's something.
This is how you
nice
sell comics,
about
okay?
Being
Once you-
able to
once you
flip through the
touch it,
pages
you have
in your
to buy
hand
it.
instead of just
Once you
clicking
touch
and
it.
scrolling on a computer.
Let's see if we make a liar out of me. Most of these have a code. There it is. There's a digital code in there. Okay. You bought this comic, you also get this. You get the comic in digital also now.
okay.
The reason they do this, the main reason, is they want people to buy. Once you hook up on this, they want people to go to Marvel and buy this comic without buying the actual comic. It's
okay.
part of the sales. There's 4 or 5 big companies that do digital only. The problem is, people that are collectors that want to read the comic are going to come into shops. Okay, and the shops, you figure 1980 was the first year they started doing direct shops, and it grew ever since. It grew beyond bounds. Okay, and now it is slowly but surely. Since 1993, it's been dying, and it's our own fault. We, I won't say an implosion, but a lot of publishers came out, and they started putting stuff up, and they were selling collectible comics before they even came out. And a collectible should be something that ages, that becomes a collectible, not something this
Like
is a collectible. Buy this
McFarlane
now.
Spawn. Spawn number 1.
There's a good example.
Okay, Spawn number 1, over 500,000 copies were made
More than
for
that.
10,000 people that wanted it.
Wow.
They're all sitting in a warehouse. Spawn number 1 comes out, and it's $25-$30 the first day, because false
Everybody
demand.
wanted it.
Then they flood the market. This is what publishers were doing back in late 80s, early 90s.
Right.
And that-
So they killed the market.
they killed.
Wow.
They killed the collectible part on that.
I see.
So
Right.
That's why the collectibles now are more going back and finding that first edition of the first time Thor's hammer came out. Or
Yeah,
the
there
first
you go.
time Rocket Raccoon was there.
Wow.
any more questions?
Went through the list.
That was a quick list.
It was. Well, I mean, you actually answered some of the questions in sequence.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so-
Now leave it on. My turn.
All right.
Fabian, John Wayne. How would you make this business better?
Man. Ask them. Let me think about it.
No,
Come
you
back.
can't think about it. I'm asking you a question. You got a teacher in front of you asking you, this is your grade. How are you going to make this business better? You saw what I do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Come up with an answer. I don't care if it's bad or good.
Is it exclusive to only him? Man.
Well, he's gonna.
You guys
ask
got,
each of us.
each one of you guys get a
Oh,
question.
Okay.
Right.
No, your question is your favorite
Okay.
color now. That's it. I'm trying to step in
It's
someone
Go
purple,
on.
by the way.
Rainbows.
Come up with something.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably just ease of access of getting here. I'm parked back here in this parking lot, and it's only it's a little small entryway.
know,
So if
yeah.
someone's coming out and I'm trying to come in, what am I gonna do? Am I have to keep going?
So-
Is there another lot back this way, or?
So you're saying that my parking lot would make a bigger parking lot would make my business better.
Maybe as far as if you have people trying to come in and coming through.
Okay, that's your answer.
That foot traffic walking.
That's
in,
your answer.
That'd be
Yes.
my answer.
Access.
Okay. Good answer.
Okay.
Okay, so you heard his question. Okay, we talked about digital.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me what I should do digitally to make this business better.
Okay. Well, when I
Brian,
think
let me
about
call you back in a little while, okay? Bye. Go ahead.
Well, I think about it in terms of my experience. I'm actually not too into the whole comic book thing, but what I do read online is I actually read a lot of manga online, but of course, as you mentioned, that's basically pirated. What they do is they would get the Japanese editions, and they would have fan translators
Yes.
who translate everything, and I thought they just scanned the page. I didn't know that there was something that maybe they just do this for the comic books and not the manga, but I was under the impression that they
No,
scan each
Manga
page.
doesn't do the digital.
Yeah,
No.
so they don't do that. So I guess I'd say that, manga is just not even an option at that point because there's so many people who already cover that. So maybe trying to not really do something similar with this, but I'm just
So how's that
thinking
going to
about
improve
how
the
that would-
business?
to
How are you
improve
going
the
to
business structure.
digitality? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Uh,
I know what you mean.
How would
Yeah,
I
yeah.
improve this business?
Well, I'm thinking of it from the angle of what's your goal with this business? And you've already kind of mentioned that your goal isn't exactly to compete with anyone.
No.
Your goal isn't to prioritize sales over anything else. Your goal is to have more people come in and you
Yes,
talk to
that
them.
would be. That's the main reason to
Yeah.
promote. Go on.
So trying to think of that from a way to do that digitally. I mean, a Facebook page is so cliche. I wouldn't really suggest that.
So then, what would you suggest?
I'm just trying. That's what I'm thinking. I'm trying to think of it from different angles. I'm trying to reach a final answer, like a
web
final
page?
concrete answer.
A Facebook?
Yeah, a web
what's
page.
the-
It's if you make a
Twitter?
web page, then you have to think, how do you get
Instagram,
traffic to the
Twitter.
web page?
I have a web page. I just started it. Okay, you're right.
Yeah.
It's a pain in the butt. It is. It's not easy. But my question to you is, give me an answer. Digility.
Yeah.
What should I do to improve this business, promote this business?
Yeah, I mean, it's really hard to come up with something.
Yes, it is.
Something concrete, because there's so many different ways to do it, and
Ain't-
there's
name-
no easy answer.
Well, give me name one. If
Well, I
there's
already
so many
did
ways.
say a website.
A website, Facebook.
And trying to message like popular people in the comic book community, like, hey, here's my business, and try
Yeah.
to get them to advertise it, possibly.
That's a good idea. That's very well.
I know that's something that a lot of online businesses do.
Yes.
That's how they get their.
You get a lot of
initial
people
market.
calling you and they say, you get, for $19.99 a month, we'll promote your business. I get
Right.
2 or 3 of those a day.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So, you ready for your question? Yours is going to be the simplest one.
Oh no.
Yeah. Oh,
Favorite
yes.
color.
Okay.
What if I failed it?
No.
Okay.
You walked in the door,
You failed.
you failed it.
Okay, here's your question. You're driving a bus. At
Oh,
the first stop, there are 12 people on it. So at the first stop,
That's not your
half
question.
of them get off. Half of them get off. You drive to the next stop. 3 times the amount of people that are left on the bus get on. Okay? You're driving. Now, at the last stop, everyone gets off. What is the bus driver's eye color?
You never said.
I said you're driving a bus.
See,
He doesn't know that color.
this is weird. It's strange because those are the questions you have.
Brad, good evening.
Promoting business. I pull books for people. Okay. People come in over time. They order the books. Brad, nothing here.
Nothing. Oh.
So this is part of it. This is the way you
What do
promote.
you mean nothing here?
You have people come in that they do a previews book,
Did you forget to put it
a
in?
catalog. Goes like every month a catalog comes out. This is a catalog. Monthly, we have to go through customers.
That's the best.
Yes, it is.
All that and Marvel. So every month, my customers will go through and pick what they want.
Right.
So,
You forgot Avengers for him and to add it to his list.
oh, I forgot Avengers. That's right. And then I forget things. Here we go. Since you came in last week and we talked for quite a while, or the week before that, Time and I don't get along. Okay. Physical. Okay. Flyers, whatever you want to say. Promote this business.
What, using a physical means?
Using a physical. She did digital.
Right.
Okay.
It's Jason Aaron.
I'd say something like
Oh,
keychains.
Jason Aaron's gonna do the new door.
Keychains.
Keychains.
Door number 1.
Something on the when you were asking him about what was it? Regular
988.
what was your question?
Mine was how would I improve it?
How to improve it? I was thinking something along promotions, and you asked her digitally. I thought promote it digitally,
85.
and when they if that brings people in, give them something to take home. A simple keychain.
Like a key, like they do pins and keychains. Yeah.
Something a little functional that
Yeah.
they can see every day and remind them of the business. Next time they're in a conversation, maybe they need to pull maybe a bottle opener. You know.
Bottle
They'll
opener.
be like,
I
"Where'd
don't
you
know
get
how
that?"
you'll get that.
Where'd you
one,
get
but
that?
All right.
Yeah.
No,
Hey,
no.
I mean, I have one on my key, dude.
There you go.
That's not good. That's not
I'm
good.
saying I have one on my
Said
key.
you're drunk.
And you
Alcoholic. Good.
might be drinking while you're pulling out the bottle opener, and might be a
So that's
conversation
that's not bad.
Hmm.
That's actually pretty good. I've tried it, but that's actually pretty good. I've done yellow pages.
T-shirts aren't enough.
Yeah.
T-shirts.
This is new. I never did. Brady, get you?
Yeah, he took care of me. With
Cal
the 2
Poly-
different
Cal-
Jason Aaron titles.
Bet you must.
Okay.
I didn't know he did the Thor. I was like,
It is so strange that you guys are the future. You guys are coming out with our future. So now you already said what you later, Brad. What you already said what you want to do. What are you going to do again?
Me?
You guys are out of college.
Advertise for the school.
Advertise for the school. That's probably gonna be my specialty.
What are you going to do, Fabian?
I'm actually going into restaurant management.
Restaurant management.
Yeah.
That's actually a good move nowadays. It used to be a joke, but
Yeah.
now
Spitting
it's,
food?
No, someone told us the other day, food didn't come out to how she likes, or let's get your nose. She goes, no, I don't want you to take it back because I don't want you to spit in it. I'm like, no one ever spits in your food.
obviously you never got a waitress pissed off.
No one
I
ever
got a
does
friend
that.
in the food business, and he says they do that.
If you
See,
take it,
yeah.
there's
Well,
yeah.
Guess it
And-
depends on how pissed off you make, but I've been in
It just
that industry for like
depends on
5
where you
years.
go.
No
yeah,
one
you have me
spit
rethinking my
in the
decisions.
food.
What do you? What do you? How are you in the industry?
I go to,
Right now, I'm a bartender.
You're a bartender.
Yeah.
That explains the
That
keychain.
explains the
Uh,
keychain.
Okay.
I also
so,
have a ring too, where you just pop it right here.
Okay, that's too much information.
Yeah.
No, you're. That's interesting because right now,
Mhm.
cooking has what 2-3 channels on cable. With I watch. I don't watch it because I want to, but
Yeah.
my wife watches. He yells at everybody.
Gordon Ramsay.
Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I watch once in a while. I'll be watching, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing stuff, and I go, these are interesting. And then they're promoting. The other day, there were 8-year-old kids cooking,
Mhm.
and I was amazed that these little kids are, they're making food that I've never even heard of.
Oh yeah, they aired
They're
the
using
finale
they're
of that
using
yesterday.
herbs
I
that
watched
I've
it.
never heard of either. Like, and know how they coincide with each other.
But we have in my family, we have in San
Coriander's just
Francisco.
cilantro.
yeah,
We have
yeah.
we have one of them's a
You've heard
chef.
of it. You just
He became a
call
chef.
it cilantro.
Yeah.
He went to college in San Francisco,
Mhm.
and he's up there. And so no, I think you're getting into the right industry.
Yeah.
I mean, we will always eat,
Mhm.
And you again, Jason, what were you gonna do? You still
Generally just HR, human resources.
HR? You got to take psychology classes. I told
A
you.
little bit, yeah.
You know, definitely.
It's-
HR has changed over the years so much.
It's included in half
Yeah.
of the coursework.
Yeah, in fact, push on the psychology classes.
Yeah.
And you again?
Well, I was hoping to get something in LA because my sister already works
So-
there.
yeah.
It would be easier if we could commute together to
Yeah.
LA.
But that's not.
It's not a concrete industry.
No, that's not. Okay, you're smart enough to depend on your own. You know what I mean? Don't
Payroll. She's gonna be doing payroll.
payroll. Don't.
I mean, honestly, my mom did
Accounting
payroll.
was another joke for years and years. Accounting, everybody was becoming accounting or lawyer when we were young. When I was young,
Yeah.
accounting and lawyer were the two things. And accounting, and then what was it called? Key punch operator. Okay, you know what a key punch
Considering I
operator
haven't
is?
even heard of
An
that,
idea?
I'm sure it's not doing too
Okay.
well.
A key punch operator. This was when I worked at General Dynamics. Back 5,000 people worked there.
Uh-huh.
A key punch operator was a job mainly women were given, okay? Because that was the future and it was going to be around forever. It ended in 1 month. The whole thing went. For years, you get a card, numbers, binary, whatever,
I had punch hole.
and you punch holes with a machine.
Right.
You punch hole, and that card you put into computer.
Oh yeah, I've
No.
seen that, but
Specifically in order.
right.
But that
Because that's how the machine would
the
read,
computer would read.
so that way it can know the binary code, so then it would know what it's computing.
Yes.
And
So
Mount
they were
Sac,
physically made, and computers are going to be around forever. Yeah, but no one ever told you we don't need someone to crank
we
it
went,
anymore.
We went to tapes after that. But so
Well,
job wise,
yeah.
you guys got already an idea what you want to do, But I always wanted to do air conditioning. I never did. In the '60s, I wanted to do air conditioning. Became an electrician. Butch, where you at? This man here was in the communication industry.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like it, but he did. No, he just retired. You're retired now too, aren't you?
For the second time.
Wow.
So, any more questions?
Nah, I think we're
You
done.
sure?
Officially, we're done.
I think that covers it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I hope you guys get a good. I think you guys should have a good video, but that's besides the point. That always adds. Always